Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre. And together we are Beauty and the Bear.
So today we're watching Death Note.
Today we're jumping back into Death Note Season 1, Episode 8, Glare. Let's get it going.
Let's do it.
That was footage from surveillance cameras at the station. The death of one of the FBI agents is captured on here.
Let's see the following scenes again. Ray Penber passing the ticket gate on his way in, then him boarding the train, and finally the part where he dies on the platform.
So based on the records I have here, Ray Penber comes through the west entrance of Shinjuku Station at 3:11 p.m. Even if he was following someone at that time, I think it's going to be very difficult for us to draw any real conclusions from this blurry video. And at 4:42 p.m., he exits the train at Tokyo Station and dies on the platform.
It's quite strange, don't you think? We know that Ray Penber got on the train, and then an hour and a half later he got off and died on the platform. But the Yamanote line only takes an hour to complete its circuit. He's holding what looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
Huh? You're right. But in the footage right before his death, it's
none.
gone.
Well, I don't see an envelope on this list of his personal effects.
Which means it was left on the train. If you watch closely at the very end here,
He looks back.
it seems like he's straining to look inside the train before the doors close. Wouldn't it be interesting if Kira was on that train?
That's impossible.
I admit I find it hard to believe as well. Maybe he was counting on us to make that assumption and figured he could get away with such a bold move.
Exactly.
What's going on with you, Light? You haven't stopped writing criminals' names in the death note for 4 days.
Suppose the son of the detective superintendent of the NPA was hospitalized. If criminals stopped dying at the same time, it wouldn't be difficult to connect the two. Are you sure that I can use any date as long as it's before the end of a person's predetermined lifespan?
Well, I can't guarantee it because we
that's
Shinigami
crazy.
don't normally work that way.
Really can't count on you, can I?
You got that right.
That's right. He's a bystander. He's not there to help you.
Ryuzaki,
Oh, the ice
it's
cream cone.
Tsukita at the NPA. He says he's on the phone with someone from the tip line who has information for us.
Mr. Matsuda, it's okay for you to turn on your cell phone now. Oh. Yes, this is Suzuki, head of Kira's Investigation Public Information Division. Ray Penber's fiancée, Naomi Misora. Heard that name before. She's from the Los Angeles baby murder case, that's right. Well, apparently she's been missing since the day after her fiancé died.
Is it?
That's why Thing wrote up the suicide.
But Naomi Misora, I know,
Man.
was strong. Not to mention she was also a
Genius. Light's a genius though.
If anything, it's more likely she'd be trying to catch Kira.
Exactly.
That's the case. Did Kira manage to get to her first? Everyone, at this point I'd like to focus our investigation on only those people who Ray Penber was tailing. Deputy Director Kitamura, along with Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families.
I have to make sure there's no evidence left on this computer, just
Bruh.
in case someone goes through it.
Holy shit.
It seems like you're pretty skilled with your hands. I bet you're pretty popular with the girls, aren't you?
Skill has nothing to do with it. I'm guessing you're not that popular, are you? Surveillance cameras? Ryuzaki?
I don't see how you could even consider this.
Ryuzaki, what are the odds that Kira's in one of those households?
5%.
Seriously?
Even if there's only a 1% chance, we simply can't afford to ignore it.
Chief?
That's a fucking
I don't
detective
have to
right
tell you
there.
how offended I am to learn my family is under suspicion. Make sure you install them everywhere. I don't want any blind spots in the house, and that includes the bathroom.
Thank you very much. That was my intention.
Come on, Chief. You don't have to agree to this.
There is no point in doing any of this if we can't be thorough. Now I suggest you keep quiet.
This is
To
crazy.
the chief and his family, only he and I will conduct surveillance of their home.
See you later, Light. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
What?
They're already set up.
Yep.
I'm home.
Did the Shinigami see them put him in, or is he always with this
I
guy?
wonder.
Do you want to play some video games?
That's
Come on, it's been a while.
He suspects.
Hey, Light.
believe it. What could he be hiding in there that he doesn't want anyone else to see?
For a 17-year-old kid, I wouldn't say this kind of behavior is particularly abnormal. You ever talk to your son about the investigation?
Of course not. I don't get to see them too often these days, and usually as soon as I get home, all I can do is sleep.
Where exactly are we going? Light, don't ignore me when I'm talking to you or I'll get mad.
Listen to me. There's a very strong possibility that there are wiretaps and maybe surveillance cameras hidden throughout my house.
How the fuck did he know that?
But that piece of paper was still in your door, wasn't it?
The real test is the handle.
It is?
When that door is closed, the door handle automatically returns to a horizontal position and it won't go any higher than that. Instead of letting it sit horizontally, I lower it by about 5 millimeters. That method alone doesn't tell me if my door was actually opened. So I put a mechanical pencil lead in place as well. After I close the door, I take the pencil lead and rest it on the hinge in such a way that it will break if the door happens to be opened by anyone. When I got home from school today, I noticed that the pencil lead was broken.
Now that you mention it,
Jesus Christ.
First the door handle, then the lead. I know someone was in there today. What's suspicious is that someone took the time to put it back in the door.
Hi there. Can I help
Wow.
What's this all about?
This guy doesn't
10
miss a
steps ahead
fucking
of you.
thing.
Mess out.
What about your apples?
Apples? That's right, surveillance cameras. It looks like it's floating.
I thought so. So I guess it won't kill you to stop eating apples for a while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Apples are to me what cigarettes and alcohol are to humans. Do you see what I'm saying? I even get withdrawal symptoms. My body gets all twisted. I do handstands. It's not pretty.
I know. Unfortunately, I already gave Elle the hint that Shinigami love apples, so I just can't afford to take the risk. You'll have to find out where all the cameras are hidden. If you're lucky, you might find a blind spot where you can eat them without being seen.
Yeah, a camera search. Sounds so interesting.
Death Note and how to use it. A person can shorten his or her own life by using the note.
Okay.
Wow.
Why would you want to do that?
Wasn't expecting that. The human who becomes the owner of the Death Note can, in exchange for half of his or her remaining life, get the eyeballs of the God of Death, which will enable him or her to see a human's name and remaining lifetime when looking at them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we knew that.
I can't believe my son is looking at those magazines.
It's too obvious. The only reason he didn't want anyone in his room was because he had these magazines. That's what he wants us to think.
Hey, that's my son you're talking about. Are you honestly telling me that you suspect him?
That's why I placed wiretaps and surveillance cameras in your house and the deputy director's house.
Huh? I found a camera in the air conditioner.
They must have bugged the place as well. By now, they must have figured out that it was someone who Ray Pember was investigating, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
That's right.
It'll be okay. Luckily, I prepared for this kind of situation.
Genius.
Oh, Light.
Dinner's ready.
I love you. Always.
I swear he's perfect. How come no one in my class is like that?
Sayu, just eat
You mean a grown man?
Hello, Mr. Aizawa. Are the Kitamuras watching television now?
Yes. He's not home, but the other four are watching while they eat dinner.
Watari, please contact the broadcasters and tell them to play our message.
Very well. Understood.
That's right.
Oh
My
my.
parents
Huh?
mentioned tomorrow.
ICPO? They're saying that in response to the Kira murders, Interpol has decided to dispatch a force of 1,500 investigators. Whoa.
Chances are they've got cameras in the living room as well. Regardless of whether this news is real or not, it's obvious they're just trying to evoke reaction from me. The ICPO
Trying to
sure
evoke
is
reaction from you.
Huh?
I mean, there's
you say
no
what?
point in making this announcement. If they're gonna send all these people here to investigate, shouldn't they keep it a secret?
Secret.
If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kira in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kira sees right through this.
Your son's clever, isn't he?
Well, yes.
Bro.
You're eating a bag of chips? Your good looks are gonna go down the drain if you keep that up.
It's a late-night snack for studying.
I found every camera they put in the house. I guess Shinigami get tired when they work hard. Now let me explain where they all are. There's Sure are a lot of cameras in this room. I counted 64 in total.
No.
I guess whoever put them here expected you to at least find some of them.
It has to be L.
What I want to know is how am I going to be able to eat apples?
Obviously, that's impossible now, isn't it?
We'd better discuss this outside tomorrow.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Any normal person would slip under these circumstances, but it won't be that easy with me, L. This is the closest you get. I've set things up so that criminals will continue to die over the next 3 weeks. To avoid suspicion, L needs to see that criminals whose names are being broadcast continue to die while I have no access to that information.
The symptoms are starting!
I'm gonna show you, L. I can continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast on the news while masquerading as a typical high school student studying for his entrance exams. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
That's so dramatic.
The screen in the fucking potato chip.
After dinner, your son just goes back to studying without turning on the TV or his computer?
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
Now, a criminal who I should have no knowledge of will die of a heart attack in 40 seconds. And the witness to my alibi is L himself. All right, just a little bit longer.
Ryuzaki, a bank clerk being questioned on suspicion of embezzlement and a purse snatcher being held in a detention center just died of sudden, inexplicable heart attacks.
From just past 7:30 until now, 11 o'clock, your son's done nothing but study. Kira needs a name and a face. Without those, he can't kill.
You said it yourself. That means my family has been cleared.
I know it's only the first day after the cameras were installed, but the Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
Bruh.
Light, are you up yet?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Today's garbage day, so if you've got any, bring it down with you, okay? You usually say there's no need to remind me, Mom.
Another beautiful day.
I can't say for sure whether you're extremely generous or just a spoiled brat. But didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Is her mama gonna find it in the
Good
garbage?
morning.
He got rid of it.
How far is he willing to go to? Wow.
So
That is
crazy.
insane.
This is getting wild. Cameras in the house. Jeez.
64,
In
babe.
the
And all the
room.
angles too. Like the other cops mentioned, it's bad enough that you have it's bad enough that you have surveillance in your home, but you have a wife and daughter, you know what I'm saying? And then the man said, don't spare any location. You can cover from the kitchen to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? And then even in the rooms he covered, look at how many cameras he has covered. He has every angle of everything you could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. 64. I thought it was gonna be 3, you know? Couple in the corner, or 1, you know what I'm saying, near the head of the bed, looking out at the desk or something. 64, babe. And the thing is, what's so crazy is they're playing each other back and forth without even speaking to each other.
It's crazy.
And it was crazy how Light was trash talking L through L's devices.
All right.
He's like, if they were bringing in 1,500 agents, don't they think you should keep it a secret? I think Kira's so smart, he'll see right through this. I think this is a shameless ploy because they've got nothing, you know what I'm saying? And L sitting there like, this guy knows a little bit too much, bro. No, but it was genius. And the thing is, what's so funny is, L is so studious that when his father, let's say, they take out the cameras in a month or something. When his father comes in his room in secret in a month, those magazines aren't going to be in those boxes. It's going to be the actual books. You know what I'm saying? He prepared those things specifically so that if the situation arose, he could switch into the regular teenage mode.
Regular teenage.
He don't watch no sports. He don't watch nothing like that. He doesn't hang out with his friends after school. You know what I'm saying? And so that was genius. He's like, yo, I'll just do regular teenage shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, don't overthink it. Don't panic. Don't think. He's like, I'm 17 years old. What should I be doing? Or should I not be doing? You know what I'm saying? smoking weed or watching porn. You know what I'm saying? So that like he is so intelligent. He's so intelligent. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness. It's overkill, the cameras though.
Babe, overkill is the definition of what he does with his door.
Bruh. Yeah. The angling
wild.
shit. Yeah, that was crazy.
He does the angle shit. And if it doesn't work, he has the paper at the bottom. If it doesn't work, he has the piece of lead
in the door. Everything is a backup for something else. And it's like, what was disturbing was somebody took the time to put back the paper, not knowing there was two other
safeguards.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Good.
That was sick.
That was good.
And it's got to be like for the police the police chief. It's got to be like, because that's the thing. Like, what's so crazy is your son is this Kira. You know what I'm saying? This you know, he's eliminating these criminals. He's not physically murdering them, but he is putting out his intentions to have these criminals eliminated. You know what I'm saying? He's engineering their demise. And like, you're trying to prove that he's not engineering these villains' demise, hundreds of villains by this time's demise. And what actually bothers you is actually 10 times less. He's watching Light and he's like, oh, I can't believe he looks at those magazines. I'm like, magazines, bro? If you saw the pages he was flipping through last night, bro, those are the real disturbing shit.
Those are the ones you should be worried about.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're just like, oh, the best case scenario for that detective's eyes to see was those magazines.
Exactly.
Because, oh man, it gets so much darker from there on out. Man, this chess match is insane. Insane. And he figured out that Ray Pember's wife, I mean,
it's gone missing.
It's gone missing, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they were saying that the cause of death, what was it? Suicide. The detective said exactly what Kira wanted him to. He said, "Oh, anybody in her situation, overwhelmed by the situation, about to marry this guy, came to town with him, and knowing how the force works. But anybody could have fell victim to that." And then I was like, maybe that's what Kira wanted us to think.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Having working with her, I know that she would be the one wanting to solve the case.
That's right. She's stronger than that. She was one of the best on the force. You know what I'm saying? And all those things.
Ooh, I can't wait for some of these pieces to come together. Because if he demands, like, if he finds out that the girl came to the headquarters and he demands for footage from the headquarters.
That's right.
They see them two talking to each other.
And
then there's all the CCTV all around the city of them walking together.
All walking together.
Right.
I thought it was interesting that when they played their card of the video surveillance, that it was a blurry footage. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't see Ray Pember. He was like, oh, from this, he was saying shaky or blurry footage, whatever he said, you know?
We still got to figure out this snow situation, because, like, imagine the snow was to distort the camera so that you can't see what was happening.
No, that's what we said. That's what I said last time. I was like, the whole name of the episode was Overcast, and true. That's like, it literally came out of nowhere. And that's the thing, because of the fact that, like, for example, a Shinigami, like, when they write it, it will happen, right? So that's the thing. How much power does the Death Note have over other circumstances to eliminate them from interrupting? So if, let's say, for example, exactly.
Yeah.
For example, they're like, these two people have to die in a car crash. So if the light's about to turn yellow and the guy who's supposed to die in a car crash is about to stop, can the Death Note keep that light green for 30 extra seconds?
Gotcha.
Or does the light appear green to the person who's actually supposed to pass in the Death Note? Because that was perfect. Babe, it didn't rain. They went to a whole different season. It was snowing.
It's true.
It was snowing. The man pulled out his umbrella. Both of them. A detective who, if anything, he would have in high regard because she's a FBI agent, and a great one at that. And a guy he may have actually worked with in a previous investigation because he's the detective's son. 2 of those people you walked by. They were the only 2 people on the sidewalk other than Invisible Ryuk. And you walked by them because in that split second, your mind was more focused on protecting yourself from the overcast skies than preventing a death note, babe. They almost made themselves invisible, like Ryuk.
It's true.
It was crazy, man.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
Too good.
That's it.
I'm waiting.
All right, so great episode, and I can't see us not getting on to the next one, even if I had the eyes of a Shinigami. So, thank y'all for joining us for this latest episode of Death Note.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the video.
Let us know what you thought about the episode down in the comments, and be sure to go over to our Patreon and check out our full-length uncut reaction, or simply to support our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre for Reading the Beard. We'll sign off until the next one.
Peace.